and I want people to know, parents, educators, teachers, this is the effect that bullying has.
I'm gonna do it though.
This is what bullying does. So can you please educate your children, your families, your friends? I've got some good advice, but I need more because this is the effect of bullying. This is what it's doing. And I want people to know how much it is hurting us as a family. I want people to educate their children. There's no escaping it. This is our reality. And it's like we have to get used to it. And I used to tell him, just ignore it. Well, no, fucking ignoring it doesn't solve the problem. How does that address bullying if you choose to ignore it? It needs to be addressed straight away. And that's exactly what I'm doing now. Every time it happens, I'll be doing a live video so that people know. So hopefully we can make some changes so that this doesn't happen to another family, and hopefully we don't lose another young, innocent life to bullying.
Dwarfism, also known as short stature, occurs when an organism is extremely small. In humans, it is sometimes defined as an adult height of less than 147 centimeters, 4 feet 10 in, regardless of sex, although some individuals with dwarfism are slightly taller. Disproportionate dwarfism is characterized by either short limbs or a short torso. In cases of proportionate dwarfism, both the limbs and torso are unusually small. Intelligence is usually normal, and most have a nearly normal life expectancy. The most common and recognizable form of dwarfism in humans is the genetic disorder achondroplasia, comprising 70% of cases. Growth hormone deficiency is responsible for most other cases. Treatment depends on the underlying cause. Those with genetic disorders can sometimes be treated with surgery or physical therapy. Hormone disorders can also be treated with growth hormone therapy before the child's growth plates fuse. Individual accommodations, such as specialized furniture, are often used by people with dwarfism. Many support groups provide services to aid individuals and the discrimination they may face. In addition to the medical aspect of the condition, there are also social aspects. For a person with dwarfism, height discrimination can lead to ridicule in childhood and discrimination in adulthood. In the United Kingdom, United States, Canada, Australia and other English-speaking countries, some people with dwarfism prefer to be called dwarfs, little people or persons of short stature. Historically, the term midget was used to describe proportionate dwarfs. However, this term is now regarded as offensive by some. Causes: dwarfism can result from many medical conditions, each with its own separate symptoms and causes. Extreme shortness in humans with proportional body parts usually has a hormonal cause, such as growth hormone deficiency, once called pituitary dwarfism. Two disorders, achondroplasia and growth hormone deficiency, are responsible for the majority of human dwarfism cases. Achondroplasia. Further information. Achondroplasia. The most recognizable and most common form of dwarfism in humans is achondroplasia, which accounts for 70% of dwarfism cases, and occurs in 4 to 15 out of 100,000 live births. It produces rhizomelic short limbs, increased spinal curvature, and distortion of skull growth. In achondroplasia, the body's limbs are proportionately shorter than the trunk, abdominal area, with a larger head than average and characteristic facial features. Achondroplasia is an autosomal dominant disorder caused by the presence of a faulty allele in the genome. If a pair of achondroplasia alleles are present, the result is fatal. Achondroplasia is a mutation in the fibroblast growth factor receptor 3. In the context of achondroplasia, this mutation causes FGFR3 to become constitutively active, inhibiting bone growth. Research by urologist Harry Fish of the Male Reproductive Center at Columbia Presbyterian Hospital indicates that in humans this defect may be exclusively inherited from the father and becomes increasingly probable with paternal age, specifically males reproducing after 35. Growth hormone deficiency. Further information. Growth hormone deficiency. Growth hormone deficiency, GHD, is a medical condition in which the body produces insufficient growth hormone. Growth hormone, also called somatotropin, is a polypeptide hormone which stimulates growth and cell reproduction. If this hormone is lacking, stunted or even halted growth may become apparent. Children with this disorder may grow slowly and puberty may be delayed by several years or indefinitely. Growth hormone deficiency has no single definite cause. It can be caused by mutations of specific genes, damage to the pituitary gland, Turner's syndrome, poor nutrition, 27, or even stress, leading to psychogenic dwarfism. Laron syndrome, growth hormone insensitivity, is another cause. Those with growth hormone issues tend to be proportionate. Other causes of dwarfism are spondyloepiphyseal dysplasia congenita, dystrophic dysplasia, pseudochondroplasia, hypochondroplasia, Noonan syndrome, primordial dwarfism, Turner syndrome, osteogenesis imperfecta (OI), and hypothyroidism. Severe shortness with skeletal distortion also occurs in several of the mucopolysaccharidoses and other storage disorders. 28. Hypergonadotropic hypergonadism may cause proportionate, yet temporary, dwarfism. Serious chronic illnesses may produce dwarfism as a side effect. Harsh environmental conditions, such as malnutrition, may also produce dwarfism. These types of dwarfism are indirect consequences of the generally unhealthy or malnourished condition of the individual, and not of any specific disease. The dwarfism often takes the form of simple short stature, without any deformities, thus leading to proportionate dwarfism. In societies where poor nutrition is widespread, the average height of the population may be reduced below its genetic potential by the lack of proper nutrition. Sometimes there is no definitive cause of short stature.